Well, our series this month is called The Gifts and the Giver. And so we're focusing on the Holy Spirit and the gifts of the Spirit. Now in 1 Corinthians chapter 12, it talks about the gifts of the Spirit. It lays them all out. There's gifts like prophecy, speaking in tongues, signs and wonders, and miraculous powers, and all sorts of gifts of the Spirit. And it's amazing that we can be used by the Holy Spirit to move in this way. It's an amazing feeling when you are in partnership with the Holy Spirit, allowing the gifts of the Spirit to flow through you. But I did want to highlight a phrase that is a couple of chapters along in 1 Corinthians chapter 14, where it says, "Follow the way of love and eagerly desire the gifts of the Spirit." Now, as I read the Bible, I think to myself, well, if the Bible is telling me to eagerly desire something, He wouldn't make it, that God and the Holy Spirit wouldn't make it out of my reach to attain. And so if He's saying eagerly desire the gifts of the Spirit, it means all the gifts of the Spirit are attainable for you and able for you to reach and grasp and take hold of and apply in your life. And so my encouragement to you this month is to eagerly desire the gifts of the Spirit. Why don't you read about them? 1 Corinthians chapter 12 and 13 and 14, it outlines all the gifts of the Spirit and how they are active and how they're used in our lives. But over this month, just remember to eagerly desire the gifts of the Spirit. It means that they are attainable for you. And so this month, why don't you activate yourself and seek the gifts of the Spirit and seek to step out in faith and use them in your day-to-day life.